Hi, I'm Kanani, and I'm really glad that you're here. I'm the founder of Lena Alla Body and Soul, and I support women living with post concussion syndrome who are struggling with things like brain fog, fatigue, and overwhelm. And I also understand this journey personally. After a car accident completely changed my life, I spent years learning how to live and to heal with a really sensitive nervous system. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or just stuck in survival mode, I want you to know that you're not alone and you're absolutely in the right place. Living with post-concussion syndrome can feel incredibly overwhelming. Many women tell me they feel like they're just trying to survive each day, doing whatever they can to, just get through it. And honestly, it uses a lot of prayers, post-it notes everywhere telling you what you need to get done, how you're supposed to do it, and let's be honest, a lot of caffeine because the exhaustion is just constant. So if this slide feels familiar, I want you to know that you're not broken. You are adapting to this new life that you're living. So after a concussion, the nervous system actually gets stuck in what we call fight or flight. So your body thinks that it's still in danger, even though whatever happened to give you the concussion is long since been done. Your body still thinks that everything is, something that's going to put you in danger, and so it's trying to keep you safe. So this constant state of stress can drive up your inflammation, and it's going to make your symptoms linger far longer than expected. So this isn't weakness. It's biology. Your body is literally just trying to protect you. Post-concussion symptoms can look different for everybody, but many women experience, some, if not all of these listed. So it can be anything from headaches, confusion, or just trouble concentrating on everything, dizziness, loss of speech, memory issues, sensitivity to light and sound, irritability or just overall mood changes, and then sleep disturbances. And along with that, then you've got your sympathetic nervous system that also has its own symptoms. And so that can be anything from, skin issues, breathing issues, or like enhanced asthma. Your hormones can become very out of balance, and it can really give you like an increased heart rate, even though you're not necessarily doing anything that would warrant your heart to start racing. So this is why post-concussion syndrome symptoms can feel like it literally touches every single part of your life. For many women, post-concussion life feels like everything is a trigger. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, it's just constant triggers coming at you. So you're constantly overwhelmed, you've got mental confusion, and like I said before, the deep exhaustion that it doesn't matter how much you rest, you are just so tired all the time. So if this kind of feels hard to look at, that actually makes sense. And I also want you to know that you are very much not alone in this experience. When symptoms start piling up, many women just feel like they're constantly reacting, just, putting out fires instead of living their life. But here's the hopeful part. Once we understand what's happening in the nervous system, we can then begin to work with the body instead of against it. Survival doesn't have to be permanent. It doesn't have to show what your life is going to look like for the rest of your life. So this is the turning point. Healing doesn't mean forcing symptoms away. It means gently breaking the cycle that's keeping your nervous system stuck. Small intentional shifts can create safety within your body, and that safety is where the healing begins. One of the most powerful tools in PCS recovery is routine. Simple routines can reduce so much strain on your brain, and that in turn then helps your nervous system to feel safe. And one of the biggest shifts is to stop multitasking. I really can't express that enough. Become an expert at doing one thing at a time. And what I really want you to take away from that is doing one thing at a time doesn't mean that you're lazy. It's actually neurological support. You're helping support your brain and your nervous system to feel safe. Another thing is knowing your triggers actually gives you control back. Once you understand what's overwhelming your system, you can then prepare for it instead of panicking every time the symptoms come up. So that's where your toolkit comes in. Things like, sunglasses or earplugs, those are great places to start because you're going to be supporting your nervous system. And something that I want you to know and understand is your toolkit will absolutely evolve as you begin to heal. You'll add things, you'll take away things, you'll know situations where you definitely need this, but maybe you don't necessarily need these other things anymore because the healing is starting to happen. So, and last but not least is your mindset. This, if you don't do anything else, just adjusting your mindset can help so much with your nervous system. I know that it's really difficult to do when you're kind of in the midst of everything, but if you can start shifting your mindset from all of the things that you can't do or the things that, are no longer working for you or you can't remember how to do something, switch it from I can't to I can, or I'm learning how to do this, or there's new ways to do this. In every situation, there is always a workaround. There's always something that you can do, even if it's small. I also want you to understand that this is not talking about toxic positivity. This is reassuring your nervous system that you're safe and protected and that everything is going to be okay. So these four foundations work together to support healing. The routines create predictability. The toolkits provide safety. Tasking reduces the overload. And then your mindset helps rebuild trust within your body. You don't need to do all of this perfectly either. Progress comes from consistency, not pressure, not forcing yourself to do it, doing something, not guilting yourself when you feel like maybe you didn't do it correctly or it didn't work the way you wanted to. Just be consistent and eventually it'll start to, show results of what you're trying to accomplish. So I want to thank you for spending this time with me. If you're navigating post-concussion symptoms and this resonated, please remember that healing does not happen all at once. It is gentle healing, woven one strand at a time. Each small step matters, and together they create something whole. You deserve clarity, energy, and a life that truly feels like yours again. And if you'd like to learn more, please visit lenaallabbodyandsoul.com, and I look forward to talking to you.